Pop star, actress, TV personality, Tottie Goldsmith has done it all, almost. As a member of the Chanteuses, Tottie hit the charts in the 80s with hits like Wanna Be Up and Witch Queen.
Now the star is busier than ever, teaming up with another 80s favourite to celebrate the countdown era. She's also preparing to bear all on stage and has been inspired by her aunt, Olivia Newton-John, to take up a very special new hobby. And Tottie Goldsmith joins us now live from Melbourne. Tottie, your aunt, Olivia Newton-John, has spoken about her latest battle with cancer and she plans to be back in Oz soon. Have you been in touch with her and the family?
Yeah, of course, we're always in touch. We're a really close family, and if we don't hear from each other, we're like, what's wrong? What's going on here? But she's good. She's fantastic. She was in a lot of pain for a while, and obviously they thought it was sciatica, and that turned out not to be. And she's done all the treatment. She's now just building her immune system. She's comfortable, and she sounds great. She's got a real kick in her voice, and she's coming out for her ball in September. So that's, you know, she must be well enough to do that, which is fantastic for her hospital, the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Wellness Centre.
Good news.
That is good news. And she's inspired you to learn a new skill.
Well, I remember years ago when after she'd done Xanadu, she said that tap dancing was the best thing for your legs, and I just wanted to take up a new sport that would be really good for my memory as well. And tap dancing seemed like a really good option, and it's harder than it looks. I know. I look like such a dag doing it, but even getting my brain to tell my feet what to do there, and that's 6 weeks in. I've been doing it for 6 weeks. And I wanted to get a whole routine together by my birthday, August 27th, which I'm not going to do because I'm too busy, but I'm aiming and I'm going to get a whole routine down.
Can you do a time step yet?
Yeah, I can do a time step.
We've got some connections at the morning show. Maybe we can entice you to maybe make your television debut tap dancing performance on the morning show with Larry and Kylie.
Okay, I'm going to get myself another timeline because I'm doing a play and I'm in 2 bands and I need a little bit more time, but I'll do that. I'll give myself a new timeline and I'll get back to you on that one.
We'll consider that challenge accepted.
Really? Okay. God.
Now, you're also keeping busy, as you mentioned, with a couple of new shows, and you've joined another 80s fave on stage to celebrate the countdown era.
Yeah, well, George Capagnatis, who you'd remember from Wogs at Work, and he's a stand-up comedian. He's also an amazing singer and plays guitar, and he came up with the concept of Songs of Countdown because of him growing up watching Countdown, of course me as well. I grew up watching Countdown, and then eventually through the Chanteuses went on Countdown. So it's a celebration and a journey, sort of an adventure through that time. And we do our shtick in between. I talk about my crush on Susie Quattro and talk about being on the show, and we have so much fun. And we're actually at the Sphinx Hotel this Friday night in Geelong. If anyone's up that way, they can come and see us.
Good stuff. Tell us a little bit more about these countdown days. Pretty wild backstage. What were the after parties like?
Do you know what? I don't really remember. It was over 30 years ago. I remember the excitement of getting ready to go on stage. I remember it being the live audience and the vibe. I remember the Cockroaches and the Hoodoo Gurus were on the lineup when we were there, and we hosted it a few times.
Did you have to mime?
It was just fun.
Did you have to mime, Tottie?
Yes, we did.
You did have to mime.
Yeah.
Right.
It was only later in Hey Hey It's Saturday where we got to sing live.
Yeah, right.
But, they just didn't have the setup to do it, a live recording in those days, which I think, to be honest, was pretty good for us. A lot safer.
Now, you're also set to bear all in a new production of Calendar Girls.
Not all.
Not all? Almost all.
Our bits are covered.
Right. Tell us about it.
Well, as you can see, it's Calendar Girls was a film that was just a beautiful film based on a true story of a group of women that were in the WR, the Women's Institute, that got together to help raise funds for a settee in the hospital. One of the character and his husband was dying of leukemia and did die, and they needed to raise £500 to replace this settee that had springs popping in it. Anyway, they decided, long story short, that it gets, evolved in the play how this comes about, but they end up doing a nude calendar, no bits been sing, and to date they still raise money because a percentage of the royalties of the show still go to the Leukemia Foundation, and today they've raised £4.5 million.
Wow.
So the show that I'm involved in is still raising money for the Leukemia Foundation. So it's a beautiful play dealing with a sensitive subject of cancer, done with such humanity and such sensitivity and so much humour, and it's very funny and it's gorgeous. It's about friendship and love and women, and it's great for women of my age group. There's not a lot of theatre for women of our age, and there's a lot of us, and we're stripping off. All those bits covered, mind you, strategically.
Sounds great. Now, the Chanteuses, you guys got back together recently, didn't you? Is there any chance of some new music coming up?
Well, we've been back together really for the last 5 years since we did the Countdown tour. That's what song that you're singing is a song I wrote back in the day, and we released that last year. The year before, we released a cover of Baby It's You. And we're still performing. We're travelling around the country. We're actually at the Yarraville Club on September the 2nd, if anyone wants to come and see us. And Angie, the fourth Chanteuses, hung up her stilettos a while back. But the three of us girls are still going strong and touring the country and loving it. I just definitely feel like one of the luckiest girls on the planet.
So much going on. Congratulations, Tottie.
Yeah.
We look forward to the morning show tap dancing
Well,
extravaganza.
I'm going to come up with a date, and I'll talk to you. I'll get your guys to talk to my guys, and I'll have a few lessons.
Sounds good. Tottie Goldsmith, thank you so much.
Thank you. Lovely to see you guys.
Thank you. For more dates and information about Tottie's new shows, the Songs of Countdown and Calendar Girls, please head across to our